could legally tie the knot in California as soon as Wednesday, unless, of course, an appeals court suddenly intervenes. That's because the judge, who already ruled that the state's Proposition 8 was unconstitutional, just lifted the stay on his own order. Today, couples were lined up at San Francisco City Hall hoping that this ban would be lifted immediately so that they could marry right away. But despite the delay, couples are celebrating tonight. Well, they're celebrating up to a point, actually. Watch this.
We are very happy that the judicial system is working and that the truth is representing the law now and the law is protecting us. So we're on an emotional high, and we hope to keep riding that high all the way through to the end, when we don't have to worry about finality, when we can just make sure that every American is treated equally.
So they're happy as long as this latest ruling is not blocked, and so is Evan Wolfson. He's the founder of Freedom to Marry. Evan, you there? You ready to go?
Yes, I am.
I want you to watch something, all right? A little while ago, I had a chance to do an interview with someone. I don't know if you're familiar with Matthew Staver. Matthew Staver is with Liberty Counsel. Now, he's convinced that gays and lesbians, and he respectfully makes this point during our interview, that gays and lesbians are not capable of being parents the way male and female parents can be. He also thinks this judge has made a huge decision, and he thinks it's completely irresponsible to give gays and lesbians the right to marry. These are his points. Let's you and I watch this interview, and then I want to get your reaction on the other side. You cool with that?
Okay.
Here we go.
That sounds good.
Procreation obviously only occurs between a man and a woman, whether artificially or naturally. And also there's a lot of research talking about the importance of fathers and mothers to the well-being of children. There is rationality. There is legitimate reason why marriage between a man and a woman is valid, and why the people of California and the rest of the people in the country would express it as the ideal human relationship.
Well, that's not exactly what I wanted you to hear. I thought we were going to see more of that interview, but he did make 2 points in those 10, 15 seconds. What do you make when someone says something akin to that? That, look, bottom line is, a man and a woman were meant to be parents, and two women or two men should not be allowed to bring up children, which was a major part of his point.
Well, first of all, let's remember what just happened over the last several months. The anti-gay forces, including Mr. Staffer, had a chance to come into court to put on evidence, to call expert witnesses, to produce whatever body of argument they have to justify these talking points. And it turned out, in the clear, cool light of a courtroom, that they simply don't have any evidence to back it up. And the reason they don't have any evidence to back it up is that the truth is exactly the opposite of what they're saying. The truth is that gay people, many of us, are raising children. Our children are doing well. And it's not just gay people and our kids who are reporting that. It's the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American Psychological Association, the American Psychiatric Association, and in fact, every leading child welfare organization, every professional organization in this country.
Well, what do you say? What do you say?
Literally millions of people.
No, I get it. I get it.
Have said that.
And no, I know. And I've read many of those reports,
right.
and you're astute to bring those to our attention. But what do you say to people who say, look, I just grew up differently. I'm just really uncomfortable with this idea. I've always felt like marriage is something that should be between a man and a woman. It's part of our tradition. It's part of my faith. It's what's written in my Bible, and I'm just really uncomfortable with this. What do you say to people? What do you say to people who say that to you?
Right. The first thing I would say, I do understand that many good people are wrestling with this and trying to figure out how to get over their discomfort or their unfamiliarity or the concerns they might have. And what I encourage people to do is to talk to gay people, to look at the same kind of stories and evidence that this judge saw in the courtroom, and to go on the same journey that people like Bill Clinton and Laura Bush, who used to oppose the freedom to marry but now support it, have gone on, because they've opened their heart and mind to the truth instead of clinging to fears and stereotypes that some of the groups, like Mr. Stavers, run around trying to imprint on people.
Evan Wolfson, you've been a good guest. My thanks for taking time out to talk to us tonight to make sure that we had both sides represented on this story. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You know, it's no secret that President Obama is getting